After reaching Siliguri, we met with Rakesh ji, our driver from Yuksom. We hopped on his Mahindra Xylo and left for Yuksom.
Due to flash flood caused by dam breach in South Lonak Lake, which devastated Sikkim and North Bengal, Sevak Road was closed. So we took the hill cart road towards Darjeeling and enter Sikkim via Ramman. They verified our document at Ramman checkpost and then crossed the Ramman bridge over Ramman river to enter into Sikkim. Next morning we met with our trek operator Sukhraj Limbo, who introduced us with Iska ji, who would be our guide for the whole trek. He arranged a car for us, which picked us at He Hotel and dropped us at the checkpost just outside Yuksom.
Today we are leaving for Goechala. This is our day 1, starting from Yuksom. We will go to Sachin today. Wish us luck. Yeah! Now we are leaving Yuksom. It's the Kanchenjunga National Park checkpost. Our documents were verified here. Hello. Hello. This is the road to Goechala. Today we are going Sachin. These are all my team members. সফর সঙ্গী আমাদের সাথে চলেছে হলুদ লোমশ চলে এসো
After an hour of moderate hike we came across the first of 4 bridges en route, overhanging Goechala, stream originating from a waterfall from a height and descending into Rathomchu river. Just after the bridge, there was an unmanned gate which welcomed us into Kanchenjunga National Park. We kept on walking along the trail with Rathomchu river visible in the gorges deep down on the left side, until we reached the second bridge. Here the stream here is known as Sutsi river. After another 1.5 hours of hiking, we reached the third bridge on a small stream Goechala. From here it took us another half an hour to reach our campsite Sachin.
This is our campsite in Sachin. আমরা এখন লাঞ্চ করতে যাচ্ছি। এখন বাজে কটা বাজে?
ওই
তিনটে।
সব কিছু ইংলিশে বলতে হয়।
হিন্দি বাংলা সব। 3:05।
On the next day, we started on a moderately uphill trail through the forest towards Shoka, our next campsite. On the way, we came across a 70-year-old gentleman from Scotland who was coming back from Goechala. He amused at us for being surprised and said that he is still young. After an hour of steep downhill trail, we reached the fourth and the largest suspension bridge over wildly gushing Prekchu River. The suspension bridge dwindles as you walk over it. Since it was the longest one, walking over it keeping in mind the deep gorges below, can give you a bit of goosebumps. After another 1.5 hours of hiking, we reached Sikkim, from where we had a great view of the underlying valley. Another surprising fact we noticed while hiking was that there was constant 4G network throughout the trail. From Sikkim, it took us around 1.5 hours to reach Soa, our next campsite. After having our lunch there, we went on to explore Soa Monastery and the lake by the side. Previously Shoka was a small village for which there are many cottages and trekkers' huts. Recently it was included into Kanchenjunga National Park as UNESCO World Heritage Site. The next morning, we left our tent to be dazzled by the bright sunlight under clear blue sky with a clear view of 3 mountain peaks side by side, Pandim, Kanchenjunga, Jupono. After having our breakfast, we started climbing through the trail beside the lake. Gradually, this continuous uphill trail led us into enchanting rhododendron forest which continued till Fedang. After 3.5 hours of steady uphill trail, we reached Phedang where we took our lunch. The clouds over the mountains deprived us of our first encounter with majestic Kanchenjunga in this route. After half an hour of rest, we kept our legs moving towards Dali top. After an 1.5 hour of uphill climb, we finally reached Dali top from where we had an unforgettable 360-degree view of surrounding valley and mountains. The trail towards Dzondi from here was relatively easy, and in addition to that, the panoramic view of the surroundings filled us with rejoice. Next day, we woke up at 3:30 am and started climbing towards Dzondi top to experience the breathtaking view of the mountain peaks including Kanchenjunga, P Andim, South Kabru, North Kabru, Kabru Dome, Rathong in the first light of sun. After coming back from Dzondi top, we had our breakfast and left for Thunsing.
ভিডিও উঠছে আরে এখনো গোচালা পৌঁছইনি
During the entire trail from Dzondi to Kokchuring, we were accompanied by the panoramic view of Pandim. After a steep downhill trail, we finally reached Kokchuring, a small campsite by the Prekchu river. The fierce water stream of Prekchu river was roaring under the Kokchuring bridge, as we were crossing it one by one. Were approaching towards Thunsing, we were greeted by the snow-clad peak of Mount Pandim, peeking its head above the surrounding cloud. We were lucky enough to experience the clouds playing across the valley just before the sun set in the horizon. On the next morning, we went out on a relatively less explored trail towards Lama Poi with our guide Iska. This 14 kilometers out and back trail, which is considered to be challenging trail, was a treat for our adventure-loving soul. After a 3.5 hour of strenuous hike, when we were about to get exhausted, the surreal view of the Lama Poi lake filled us with unimaginable joy and enthusiasm. Finally came our summit day. We left Thunsing at around 1:30 am in the night. Walking under the star-studded sky with a headlamp attached to our forehead was not an easy task. The slippery rocks owing to the frozen dew drops while crossing streams was making our journey more challenging. After a 2 hours of exhaustive uphill trail, from Samiti Lake, we finally reached the Goechala viewpoint 1 just before the sun rises in the horizon. In the first morning light, the 360-degree view of some of the world's tallest mountain including Kanchenjunga, Pandim, Kabru South, Kabru North, Kabru Dome, Fraise Peak, Rathom took away all our exhaustion. Because of extreme cold and lack of oxygen, we were advised not to stay there for long, so we started our descent at around 6:45 am. On our way back to Thunsing, we were beckoned by the mesmerizing Samiti Lake with mountains surrounding it. On our way, we came across several frozen streams due to extreme cold. Next day, we left Thunsing heavy-heartedly with some unforgettable memories. We reached Shoka in the afternoon. In the evening, to our surprise, Sukrajji and Iskarji had arranged a celebration party for our achievement. today is the last day of our trek. Though we had to go through immense physical exhaustion in last 7 days, we can never forget the feelings we achieved through this hardship.